A big welcome to our SYJC students. Dear students, times are tough and they are tough for us all. But we always remember that the Lord is on our side. And with this note, we begin with our new academic year. And this being the first lecture on bookkeeping and accountancy, we wish you all the very best for this brand new year. So let's begin with our favorite subject, bookkeeping and accountancy. Like the previous 2 years, this year too have a brand new syllabus. Let's quickly take a look through the new syllabus. So the first chapter in our new syllabus is Partnership Final Accounts. We have already done final accounts, the 11th standard, and this year we are going to study final accounts more extensively in the chapter Partnership Final Accounts. The second chapter, Accounts of Not-for-Profit Concerns. It is similar to Partnership Final Accounts. However, they are accounts of a different form of organization. So, we'll be studying these two chapters which are similar to each other. Chapter number 3, 4 and 5, that is admission of partner, retirement of partner and death of a partner, are all related to partnership firm with little difference in each of these chapters. Then we come to chapter number 6. Chapter number 6, dissolution of partnership firm. It is related to a partnership firm. However, we are going to study a different concept. It is dissolution in this chapter. Chapter number 7 is bills of exchange, totally different from what we have done till now. However, we have come across concepts of bills receivable, bills payable. Now, what are bills receivable, what are bills payable is what we are going to see extensively in this chapter, bills of exchange. Chapter number 8 is company accounts, which is related to issue of shares. In your subject SP, you are going to study about what are shares and all details about issue of shares. Accounting of these shares is what we are going to study in this chapter, issue of shares. Chapter number 9, analysis of financial statements. In this chapter, we will be learning about analyzing financial statements. For example, the statements which we may have prepared in final accounts. A businessman would be using them to analyze, to plan for his future. Chapter number 10 is about computer in accounting. All the basics in accounting which we are studying, how we would be using them when we are doing accounting with the help of computers is what we'll be studying here. So dear students, that's about your new syllabus for this academic year. We will go ahead proceeding with our first chapter. That's Partnership Final Accounts. Before we start with the chapter, let's first try and understand the meaning of Partnership Final Accounts. Let's first understand the meaning of a partnership. So, partnership is an organization where there is an association of two or more persons coming together to carry on business with a view to share profits or losses of a firm. So, when we speak about partnership, there are either two or more people who decide to collectively work together on different aspects in order to enable the business in earning certain amount of profit which will benefit them as well. So, as I told you earlier, persons who form the partnership firm are individually called as partners and collectively they are called as a firm. When two or more people come together to work, like for example, we teachers in your college, when we work together, each of us is a different individual. So, when we begin an academic year, we are all assigned our duties. One teacher would be in charge of sports, the other teacher would be in charge of cultural activities, so on and so forth. So we teachers approve and we agree to this assignment of duties. It helps us to be organized and it helps the institution to run smoothly. So this agreement we put it in writing and we call it as a partnership deed. Partnership deed could be either in written or in an oral form. Suppose in our college we decide to have a particular event. Now each of us teachers will be thoroughly responsible for whatever duty that would be assigned to us. Likewise happens in a partnership firm also. All the partners totally liable for the firm. Their liability towards the partnership business is unlimited. It simply means that they may have to sell off their personal property also to pay off all the debts of the business. So, if we are talking about such an important form of organization, then definitely there will be some law which it would be governed, and that is the Indian Partnership Act 1932. This is the act under which partnership firm would be regulated. Now, there is a limit to the maximum number of partners in a particular partnership firm. Now, the Companies Act was amended in 2013 where the maximum number of partners was increased to 50. This was initially 20. Minimum number of partners in a firm will be 2 and the maximum number of partners in a partnership firm will be 50. In India, registration of partnership firms is optional. However, this registration is compulsory in the state of Maharashtra. So, all over India, otherwise, other than Maharashtra, registration of partnership firm is optional. So that's about partnership. Let's further go and understand the meaning of final accounts. We've already studied final accounts in the 11th standard. So now students, let's quickly brush through our knowledge about final accounts. What is a business? Some may say business means give and take. Okay. So if business is give and take, it means business, there will be business transactions. Now, what does a businessman do with these business transactions? He will record them. Where will the businessman record his business transactions? So, he will first record his transactions either in a journal book or he will record them in subsidiary books. So, the first book, primary book where transactions would be recorded is called as a journal or subsidiary books. Further, what will happen after recording in journal or subsidiary books? Transactions would further be recorded in the next book, that is the ledger book. Now, why does a businessman record transactions in the ledger book? So that at the end of the year, if the businessman wants to know what is the account in, say for example, salary account, so that will help him to know what is the total amount of salary that is paid in a particular year. Or for that matter, he may want to know what is the total amount of cash balance that he has, or what is the total amount of bank balance that he has. So all that he will know from the ledger. So throughout the year, the businessman will maintain the journal and the ledger books. He will record all the transactions in the journal and the ledger book. Now, why does any businessman run business? So, any businessman will be running his business with an intention of earning a profit. So, now begins the work of calculating whether the business is running in a profit or in a loss. And so, with the help of the ledger, the businessman will further prepare a trial balance. Now, trial balance is a list of all the accounts, okay, in their debit and credit form. For example, All accounts with debit balance. Example, all the assets, all the expenses, all the losses will be to the debit. Then all the liabilities, all the incomes, all the profits will be to the credit of the trial balance. Examples of debit balances would be furniture, machinery, salaries paid, depreciation on assets. All these will be at the debit side of trial balance. Then examples of liabilities, capital, bills payable, interest received, discount received. All these are examples of credit balances and would be to the credit of trial balance. What is also important about a trial balance is that when we close the trial balance, the debit total and the credit total will always tally. That is, the total on both the sides, debit and credit, will be exactly the same. If by chance the total doesn't tally, then the businessman will know that there is some mistake somewhere that has happened while maintaining the books of accounts. He can very well go back to the other books of accounts and he can check every entry that has been passed in those books. So this way he can rectify any kind of errors or frauds or any kind of mistakes that have happened in the books. After the trial balance is prepared, then the businessman reaches the final stage in accountancy, that is preparing final accounts. Now let's move on to understand in detail what are final accounts.